Exactly. The byword for Socrates is irony. Socrates was the paradigm of an ironist. That means not just he's a joker, it does mean that, but it means that he's someone who engages in conversation not in order to express the truths which he takes himself to be in possession of, but in what he goes with the ebb and thinks that truth happens in the ebb and flow of conversation, of engagements with other people. And you can't, the idea was that you could never tell from what Socrates said what Socrates really thought, because all he was interested in doing was teasing out the inconsistencies in what his interlocutors were saying. That's what's meant by saying he's an ironist. And that's exactly what Kierkegaard took from him, because Kierkegaard then developed a theory, the theory of indirect communication, which said that with regard to the truths that are most important to us, they're not the kinds of things that can be transferred from one mind to another. You may be able to provoke someone into discovering those truths. Kierkegaard said you may be able to seduce someone, deceive someone into the truth. I suppose you could say he wanted to be the Socrates for the 19th century. Socrates famously never wrote anything down, but there are all these stories of what he said. Kierkegaard wrote enormously, but he wrote under many different pseudonyms, he wrote in different styles, he wrote in different genres. So one of the great things about Kierkegaard is that you can never be quite sure whether what you read in his books is what Kierkegaard meant, or whether it's some kind of stunt that he's performing in order to try and kind of rearrange the furniture inside his readers' heads.
But this is a bit of a simplification, but not too much perhaps. Hegel was his villain now, and Jonathan said something about that already. Can we develop that? What did Hegel done to earn Kierkegaard's ire?
Well, yes, as Jonathan says, Hegel is the epitome of a systematic philosopher. That's to say, he wants to construct a self-grounding and all-encompassing totality of thought that incorporates nature, history, religion, art, and, of course, the human being within that totality. And for Kierkegaard, he did accept that man is a part of nature, a part of history, a part of society to some extent, but he also thought that the human being has an inner life, inwardness, as he calls it, that is separate from this outside world, and that can't be assimilated into a system, that can't be rationalised, that can't even perhaps be articulated. And it's that inward sphere that Kierkegaard thinks Hegel's philosophy doesn't do justice to.